Hi, English learners. Today we're going to look at Lesson 7 in Book 7. Okay, Lesson 7, Book 7. This is from Wordlywise 3000. Okay, it's about English vocabulary words. So, first things first, let's learn how to pronounce these words. Okay, so the first word is beseech. Beseech. Consternation. Consternation. Kind of a fun word. Consternation. Delectable. Delectable. Garland. Garland. Gratify. Gratify. Haughty. Haughty. Impetuous. Impetuous. Okay? So the T here, be careful of the sound. Okay? Impetuous. Impetuous. Okay? Lavish. Okay? Make sure you have the V sound. Lavish. Okay? Second page, pluck, pluck, and be careful with this word, there's lots of meanings. Pluck, ponder, ponder, privilege, 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 prostrate, prostrate, rapture, okay, again, be careful of the T, rapture, revelry, okay, revelry, and whim, whim. Good. One more time. Beseech. Consternation. Delectable. Garland. Gratify. Haughty. Impetuous. Lavish. Pluck. Ponder. Privilege. Prostrate. Rapture. Revelry. And whim. 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 Okay. Sometimes I'm impetuous. I do things on a whim. Okay, now it's time to talk about these words, okay? So the first word is beseech. 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 Beseech means that you really ask somebody to change their mind, okay? So, you know, if the king says to you, kill him, I will kill you. And then you're like, no, don't kill me. You want to change people's minds, okay? So if your mom says, we're going to eat tomato salad for dinner, and then you're like, oh, I hate tomato salad, you can beseech your mom to change her mind, okay? So you want to change someone's decision. So here I wrote, the students beseeched their teacher for 5 more minutes on the test. The students beseech their teacher to cancel the homework, like this, okay? But maybe the teacher already has their mind made up, so the teacher will not, okay? So this is beseeching somebody. You really want someone to change your mind. Consternation. Consternation, this most similar meaning is worry, okay? The noun, okay? Consternation is a noun. So worry, not the verb worry, but consternation. Okay. Here it means that you're really worried, but it's usually that you're worried about some change or some new situation. Okay. So if the teacher says like, we're gonna have a test, we'll have a test in 5 minutes, then the students were filled with consternation. Okay. So it's this kind of like something's changed, and then you're filled with this worry, or sometimes you're like a little bit confused. You're like, what test? Like this, okay? So again, Rebecca started dating a high school dropout. Okay, this is somebody who quit high school. Okay, not maybe a good boyfriend. Okay, Rebecca started dating a high school dropout, much to the consternation of her parents. Okay. So Rebecca, so we say much to the consternation of somebody, okay? So it means that their parents, Rebecca's parents, have this big worry about her daughter's boyfriend, okay? Next is delectable. Delectable means delicious or yummy, okay? So we typically use this word just for food, okay? So something that makes you very happy and stuff like that. Delectable. I wrote a short sentence. Those pies are delectable. Delectable. It just means delicious. Okay? You want to eat more. Okay? So things are delectable. We often use it for desserts. But you can say other things as well. You can just say the salad is delectable. It's fine. But I think usually we use delectable for desserts. Okay, small little pies or cupcakes or muffins or something like that. The next word is garland. Garland. Okay, so garland is usually just flowers, and you can make it into a big rope. Okay, so you can have like a flowers and you go around and around your Christmas tree. Okay, that's called garland. Or maybe you can go to a field and put flowers in a circle and make like not a hat, but like a ring of flowers for your head. Okay, this is called garland. So a ring of flowers. It can be beautiful. If you go to Hawaii or Fiji or Tahiti, sometimes people will have a necklace with flowers. Okay, so that has a specific name, but this is also a kind of garland. Okay. The next word, gratify. Gratify has a few meanings, the verb. Okay, so to please or satisfy. The Red Cross was gratified by the response to its appeal for blood donors. So it means the Red Cross got a lot of blood. Okay, I mean, they think they got enough. Okay? So gratify. The church was gratified. Or you can say the church was really gratified by the donations. The church was gratified by the attendance. I mean, lots of people went to the church, okay? So it just means here that they were satisfied. Satisfied with something, okay? Like they feel that there was a good job. Gratify. Here, gratify equals satisfying. Now this is an adjective, okay? So we'll say teaching the kindergarten class was really gratifying. Okay? Maybe it was very tiring, but you go home and you're like, oh, today was a good day. The little kids, they learned so much. It was very gratifying. Great, very satisfying. Even also you can say pleasing, very pleasing. Okay, so gratifying here just means like, you're very happy with what happened. For me, taking a music class was very gratifying. I would like, hey, I learned the new song, and you have a good feeling. So you say that music class was very gratifying. Okay. Haughty. Haughty is when you are here. I put the green. Too proud. I'm better than you. I am very haughty. Okay, so someone with a very haughty attitude, maybe their nose is a little bit too high. Okay, maybe they'll look at your shoes. Oh, your shoes are cheap shoes. My shoes are the expensive shoes. This person is very haughty. Okay, showing too much pride. The supervisor's haughty manner made her unpopular in the office. People who are haughty usually don't have very many friends. She had few friends because of her haughty attitude. Okay, so she thinks she's too important. Good. Impetuous. Impetuous means that someone can't control their actions. Okay, so they think about it and then they do it. Maybe someone who's on a diet, they think, oh, I can't eat that cake. I can't eat that cake. And then like, this is a very impetuous decision. Okay, impetuous decision. This means that they don't really control, they don't really think about it very much. Okay, so this is impetuous. If you go to the store, maybe when you're giving your money, there'll be like gum and chocolate bars there. Why did the store do that? It's because they're smart, okay? And that stuff is cheap, but many times people make decisions to buy it very impetuously, okay? So when you go to the store, maybe your list will say milk and milk and eggs and bread and rice or something. But nobody says gum, or very few people will have gum on their list, or chocolate bars. But when they're paying and they're waiting, they're like, ooh, that chocolate bar looks good. And then they're like, okay, I'll buy it. I'll buy it. It's not expensive. This is an impetuous decision. Okay? You do it without much thinking. Now, we use impetuous to describe someone's nature. He has an impetuous nature. It means lots of times makes bad decisions. Impetuous action. That was an impetuous action. We also use it sometimes in a poem or something more beautiful writing. We'll say impetuous wind, okay, or impetuous earth, okay. This would be a negative thing, okay. An impetuous wind will be like really strong wind that breaks things and stuff, okay. Okay, so impetuous. You can also use it as an adverb, impetuously. He impetuously pulled the girl's hair. You know, maybe a little boy in grade 1. He sees the hair, he pulls it. Teacher's angry. The next day, sees the hair, pulls it again, teacher angry. And the little boy even knows it's a bad action, but just does it because he thinks about it, okay? So this is impetuous. Actions without thinking. Good. Lavish. Lavish. Lavish just means something that's like too expensive or too great, okay? So we talk about lavish meals. If you have a good lavish meal, it's like really expensive food and lots of the food. So the king had a lavish meal. When my cousin came to Canada from Venezuela, we made a lavish meal. Okay, means like a huge meal, really, really big. Okay, now the rich person might have a lavish room or lavish house. Not this one. This is not a lavish room. Okay, a lavish present is just like a really expensive present. Okay, like maybe a $1,000 watch or something like that. Now, lavish can also be a verb, and it usually means that you give lots and lots, maybe even too much. Okay, so you know we'll say like the teacher lavished praise on the best student. Oh, your son is so smart. Or your daughter. Your daughter is the best student I've ever seen. She does everything perfectly. That would be a teacher lavishing praise on a student. Okay, I don't do that. But anyways, some teachers might do that. Or maybe a grandfather. A grandfather will lavish praise on his granddaughter. Okay, it's just like, she's the best girl ever. She's so smart and stuff like that. Now, you can also lavish attention on somebody, and that means give them lots of attention. Okay, if you have a customer in a store, and that customer buys lots and lots of stuff, the next time they come, you will give them lots of attention because that's a very important customer. Okay, so you will lavish attention on them. Would you like some coffee? I'll give you some coffee. Can I help you? Do you want me to hold that for you? Everything, you treat them really, really well. This is lavishing attention on a customer. You can also lavish attention on a child as well. If you only have one child, maybe you will do lots and lots of them. Spend hours every day reading with them, cutting with them, do art with them. This is lavishing attention on a child. Okay. So it just means give lots and lots and lots of attention. Good. Page 1 finished. Not page 1. Actually page 62. But now let's go to 63. Pluck. Pluck has lots of meanings. Yeah, pluck. Now pluck, number 1, you can means pull out. Okay. So if I only had one gray hair, okay, I have thousands of gray hairs. But if I just had one, maybe I could pluck it out. Oh, the one gray hair. I'm getting so old. That's plucking it out. Okay. Maybe you have a long nose hair and you're like, you pluck out your nose hair. Okay. pluck a hair. You also pluck a flower. Okay, you're walking in the garden, you're like, oh, and then put it in your pocket like this. You pluck a flower. Okay. Also, you can use pluck. If you ever see a bird, maybe a bird that's good at fishing. Okay, the bird will be flying in circles, and then it'll zoom, and then it'll pick up a fish. Okay, so we'll say the bird plucked a fish out of the lake. Okay. Good. Now, maybe a teacher can also do that too. Maybe the teacher has a note that they want to give to the principal. So the teacher like writes the note, and then they're like, Jenny, take this note to the principal. The teacher plucked Jenny out of the class and told her to give a note to the principal. Okay? Here you're not picking Jenny up, but it's just kind of like randomly getting Jenny and saying, here's the note, take it to the principal. Okay, so it's either like picking or pulling out like that. Okay, now you can also pluck feathers. Okay, if you want to eat the chicken, you have to pluck the feathers off of it. Okay, but there's also pluck where there's a music string. Okay, so any guitar, not doing like this, but doing like this, dong 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 dong, individual strings. You're plucking it. Okay, now a violin, if you're doing like this, that is not plucking it. But if you're doing like this, dun, 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 and doing the strings individually, that's called plucking it. Okay, pluck the harp strings. The harp. Okay, very beautiful. I think hard instrument. Okay, so this is plucking the violin strings, plucking the harp strings like that, the guitar strings. Now, pluck also, same spelling, can also mean bravery, and it's a noun. So say, he has a lot of pluck. Okay? So many times in a story, maybe a children's story, there'll be a little tiny mouse, but they'll be really brave. Maybe even fight the lion, okay, or fight the dragon. This will say, wow, that mouse has a lot of pluck. Okay? It means they have a lot of bravery, willing to fight. Okay. Now, plucky can just equal brave. So we'll read this one with pluck. She showed a lot of pluck during the interview. Okay. Maybe they're asking lots of difficult questions. Like, why did you do that? I did it because of this. And you're not shy. Okay. This means very brave. A lot of people during this situation will be like, I don't know. But this person is very brave. Okay. Plucky. Plucky means brave, plucky attitude. He has a plucky attitude. Okay? She was very plucky when she, when she helped chase away the bad dog. Okay, maybe the dog is like, arr, and then she runs, go away, dog, and not scared about the dog biting her. Okay, so wow, that was very plucky. She helped somebody. Okay. Ponder. Ponder means think about, wonder about. Okay. So usually a big important question. If you're going to decide, should I buy gum or chocolate bar? This is not pondering. Okay. But you can ponder about like maybe changing your job. Okay. Or who should I marry? This is pondering. Big important questions. Okay. Good. Ponder. So he pondered about moving to Alaska. Okay. So ponder. What should I do? This is pondering. Good. The next word is privilege. Privilege. It means that you have a right, a very special right. Okay. So maybe in your school there are many bathrooms. Okay. But maybe there's a bathroom and it's only for the teachers. Okay? Students shouldn't go there. So the teachers have a privilege that the students don't have. The teachers have a right to use that bathroom. Okay? Or maybe the teachers have a special parking spot only for the teachers. Okay? The students or the students' mom and dad can't use that parking spot. This is a privilege. Okay? So here, the boss has many privileges. Okay, maybe the boss can go to work late. or leave early. Okay, the workers cannot. Okay, so the boss has these privileges. Okay, good. Now privilege can also be an adjective. Okay, I put a big A here and a small a here. Okay, not very smart. But anyways, privileged, underprivileged is the opposite. If we say those children are very privileged, okay, it means that they have lots of stuff. They don't worry about money. They have lots of food, good clothes, a lot of opportunities. Okay, maybe they have swim class and skating class and all of these things, and they are very privileged people. Other people don't have those privileges. Okay, they're not so lucky. So when you say that little girl is very privileged, it probably means her family has lots of money and that the girl has many great opportunities. Okay, underprivileged would be the opposite. Underprivileged would mean that you have less opportunities than other people. Okay, so if we say that little girl is underprivileged, it means that maybe she needs to have extra math class, but her parents can't spend the money. Okay, maybe if we say she's really underprivileged, no TV, no computer in their house. Okay, because they don't have enough money. Okay. So this is privileged and underprivileged. Okay. Prostrate. Okay. First of all, it just means you're lying down on the ground. Maybe your hands are up like this, or maybe your hands are like this, but your head is down. Okay. And you're lying down. Okay. You're prostrate when you're sleeping. Okay. You're lying flat on the ground. But usually we use prostrate more like a decision. Okay. So maybe in a church or a mosque, you can be prostrate, okay, on the ground, praying, maybe praying like this, okay. If you're playing sports and someone hits you and you're like, oh, that's not a decision, but maybe you'll be prostrate on the ground, lying flat, okay. It can be lying on your back or lying on your stomach. It both can be prostrate, okay. It's a very defenseless position. Okay, that's why people choose it. When you're in front of the king, sometimes the king will want you to lie prostrate on the ground. Okay. Yeah. Okay. There is a third meaning. Oh, prostrate. After being hit by the baseball, Fred lay. Sorry, my writing, I corrected it. L-A-Y. Lay prostrate on the ground. Okay. So he laid down on the ground. Oh. Now, prostrate does have another meaning, and it means kind of defenseless. I'll write it down for you. Okay, defenseless. Defenseless. The meaning is like maybe the typhoon comes. The typhoon comes and breaks all the buildings. Okay. Now nobody's lying down. Maybe they're trying to fix their houses. But we'll say that after the typhoon came, the people of the village were prostrate. It means that they were helpless, defenseless. They can't. If another typhoon came, they would probably die. Okay, they can't protect themselves anymore. So yeah, so that's a very negative meaning. This can have a good meaning or a bad meaning. Okay, rapture. Huge happiness, like really, really, really happiness. If someone phones me and they say, Daryl, I'm going to give you $10 million, I will be in rapture, okay? And rapturously means that it's an adverb, okay? And it just means you're full of rapture. Tom stood there rapturously. It's just like, yeah, like so happy, okay? Rapture, it's a great thing, okay? If someone said to you, maybe someone you want to date for a long, long time, and they're like, yes, I will go to the movies with you. You're like, you will? This is standing there rapturously, okay? Good. Revelry. Revelry is very extreme happiness. Woohoo! We often say the sounds of revelry, okay? So the sounds of revelry filled the room. They like little kids running around screaming because they're so happy. Okay, but maybe on New Year's Eve, you'll hear people blowing whistles and horns, and there'll be firecrackers, and everyone's happy. These are also the sounds of revelry, the sounds of happiness. Okay, a wedding, same thing. Okay, and the last word, whim. Whim. Whim means that it's going to be like a decision, but one that had no thought. Okay, impetuous people. If we go back to page 62, impetuous people do things on a whim. Okay, it means without much thought. Okay, so look at my sentence. We stopped our car and bought ice cream on a whim. Many times you'll see this, on a whim. It means there's no planning. Maybe this we here, they're just going to go to Grandma and Grandpa's house. They're like, hey, let's go to Grandma and Grandma's house. Driving. Hey, there's ice cream. Do you want ice cream? Sure, let's get it. Have you have ice cream? But there is no planning involved, okay? So you just bought it. Why? We bought it. We wanted it. We saw it. We bought it. We bought it on a whim. Okay? It just means that you bought it without much thinking. Okay? That's it. Okay? Do your best. Chapter 7. Probably should be getting ready for the test. Okay? Do the reading. Do the best you can. And I'll talk to you later. Okay? Bye-bye.